And hello from my building site. Yes, I'm going with, oh look, I'm matching my paint that is going to be on my wall today. Midweek mindset, saying yes. I know I spend a lot of time encouraging people to say no and set boundaries and not be people pleasing. But there's also a lot of power in saying yes, and different ways you say yes to opportunity, or ways that you say yes that create opportunity. So I want to share 3 things for you to start thinking about to stimulate your mindset and shift your perspective on how you're sharing your voice and how you're saying yes in the world. So what and how are you saying yes to yourself? Right, it's really important to say no and set boundaries, which is a way of saying yes to yourself. But the things I wanted to explore in today's midweek mindset are the benefits of saying yes. So saying yes specifically to situations or things that might challenge you or bring up a little bit of fear or uncertainty in you, because they are a challenge. Saying yes to bringing the whole of you to a situation, or the whole of you to the place where you're at, and specifically what you are speaking about. And saying yes to your intuition. Now, every single human being is intuitive. It's about, do you make time and space for it, or are you stuck in logic and reason and it has to make sense? And our intuition, some people call it your sixth sense, your second sight. We talk about the third eye. I believe that your intuition, your sixth sense, is really when you are in tune to your 5 physical senses. When you really are connected to yourself, to your body, then you start listening to what is true for you. And that's the key. What is true for you? Do you say yes to that, even if it doesn't make sense? Or even if you just, you know what, I'm feeling a little bit tired and I don't really want to go. Like me to the networking event last night. So how does your mindset impact this? And how does that benefit you in life, in having more confidence, and of course, in expressing yourself or sharing your voice? So let's take the first one, saying yes to situations that might scare you a bit. Right? Situations that you feel there's a part of you saying, oh, but who am I? Who am I to do that? So for example, the example I'm going to give with this was my running a workshop at the Bank of England 2 weeks ago. Now, there was a part of me when that opportunity came up that my subconscious went, oh, really? Me in the Bank of England? Little me? But I forget, I'm not little me anymore. I'm 50 years old. I've been doing the work with vocal confidence and voice vibration, sound and chakra energy healing since 2011. And most of my life has been the draw up, the build up to that. So in that situation, the challenging situation of saying yes to something that you feel is a little bit bigger than you, a little bit maybe intimidating, the key to that, to shifting your mindset for that, is asking yourself, not, oh, who am I? Who am I to do that? But who am I? So who are you? What qualities do you possess? What experience do you possess? What skills do you possess that mean that actually it's time for you to say yes, to step up, whether that is speaking, whether that is for a promotion, if you work in employment, whether that is for an opportunity to go on a date with someone new. Right? Who's like, I think back to a couple of guys in my life who I thought, oh my God, you are beautiful. What are you doing asking me out, right? So the opportunity to say yes to that, even though it might feel a little bit intimidating, this is how we expand ourselves, our life, our confidence, our possibilities, our opportunities. So shifting your mindset from who am I to who am I? So who are you? I invite you, there's an exercise I do with my one-to-one clients a lot, which is writing down a list of your qualities. So I am compassionate, I am passionate, I am loyal, I am trustworthy, I am excited, right? These are qualities and your skills. So I am excellent at holding space for people. I am a good orator. I am a qualified actress, so I know my vocal confidence work. I know the technicals. So allowing yourself to write those qualities and then write them on a list and say them out loud. This will help you shift your mindset. This will help you change the way you're thinking about those opportunities that at the moment you might think are a little bit big for you. So the next one is bringing the whole of who you are to the situation. Saying yes to the whole of you. My company is called Your Whole Voice because it's about your wholeness. Most of the work I do one-on-one is the deep self-awareness, personal acknowledgement work. And when you start bringing the whole of who you are to a situation, you don't have to show every side of you, but allowing there to be a bit of that makes a massive difference. So, for example, today at a networking event, which I was delivering a talk at, thank you very much, to Greenwich Connect, I was speaking about your business with confidence. And it's very tempting in those situations for me, like, again, when I was in the Bank of England, it was tempting to just keep it purely on vocal confidence. But I have learned to always bring in a little bit of the other side of my work. So if I'm doing a vocal confidence, like today, speak about your business with confidence, I still brought in the voice vibration, sound and chakra energy healing element of the work that I do, because that is the whole, that is the integral part of the work. So if you bring that, you never know what might happen. Even in the Bank of England, I mentioned, I also work with voice vibration as a sound energy healing and meditation concept. And then I moved on, but it gives people that sense of the whole of who you are, and you're not trying to hide. This is the important thing. When you say yes to bringing the whole of who you are, you're not feeling ashamed of that part of you. I used to be like, oh my God, I can't mention sound healing. I've been doing voice vibration sound healing since 2011. And suddenly sound healing is exploding all over the places. And there's lots of people with their very pretty Insta pictures. But this is a part of me. So don't suppress the parts of you. Allow them to have space. You don't have to put huge amounts of focus on, but it's amazing what happens when you do bring the whole of you. So this talk today I did about speaking about your business with confidence. I brought in a tiny little bit in a 23-minute presentation. About 3 minutes was on the voice vibration element. And that was the thing that most people came up to talk to me about. So what are you stopping people from seeing that they might actually really want more of by trying to hide parts? Obviously, I'm not saying that, you don't bring your sexual life into a business presentation, unless, of course, that's relevant in some way. But don't be hiding who you are, because the more I see this with my friends who are LGBTQIA+, and the more they bring the whole of themselves to the fore, the easier their life is, particularly in the workplace, because you're not hiding some of you. And we all do that to some extent or another. And the final element, and Marine, I can see that you have put a comment on, so I'll come to that at the end. The final element I wanted to talk about is saying yes to your intuition. This is more of the spiritual side of what I do, the energetic, the vibration. We do a lot of this on the retreats and the sound healing. But this is for everybody. It's not just a spiritual concept. Every single human being has an intuitive self, listening to those messages, whether that's physical, you feel things, whether you see things, whether you hear things, whether you get a tingle, whether you just get knowledge dropping into you. Allowing yourself to make time and space and saying yes to listening to your intuition, and then taking action on it. Like if you think this is right for me, or this is wrong for me, intuition is not equivocal. It's a yes or a no, right? There's never an in-between with intuition. So it's much easier once you start tuning into it to listen to and make those choices. And again, last night I had this. I had a really strong yes about going to a new networking thing run by someone who I know. And I thought, okay, it's from a group of people that he does a set thing with, and I can't, Genius University. I have no concept or awareness of that, but it felt really true. He was like, I think, this is a good space for you. I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm going to go. It was a rainy, cold Tuesday evening. I had to go from the comfort of my home into Waterloo. I was hungry. I didn't think I was going to be fed there. And it goes from 6:30 in the evening to 9:30. So there was no proper supper time. But I still listened to my intuition and said, yes, I know I need to be there. So sometimes what happens is our logic or our human self or our fears try to interfere with the intuitive message that you've had and get in the way and try and make you go away from it. If you stay true to your truth, then it's incredible what happens. And for example, last night I went to the event, despite the cold and the rain and the hunger. I just bought food and I took it with me. And I didn't know what I was going to do there. I ended up sounding on someone, and the incredible Rehan Allahwala, who I hope, Rehan, I've said your name correctly, he was fascinated by it and ended up videoing me talking about vocal confidence and how that helps, then videoing a little bit of the sounding to show how that works. And then he asked me if I would share a little video with 3 tips to help the students in his school in Pakistan with feeling more comfortable sharing their voice, because he said, there's so many people he knows don't feel comfortable sharing their voice. Would you mind sharing a few tips? So I have a vision for my business of the sound healing, of sound around the world. I have no idea how that works. It's just a true vision. Sound around the world. If you'd have asked me, now, map this out, Judith, logically. How is sound going to go around the world? Now, are you going to contact someone who runs a school in Pakistan? No. But I went to the event because it felt true. I said yes. And this man, who has 11 million followers on Facebook alone, has now shared 2 videos of my work, is sharing some of my content in his school, and is an amazing human being who's asked me to do some other stuff for him with his school. And I'm obviously going to say yes to that. So there we go, shifting your mindset. So I want to know, what is it that you are saying yes to in your life? Or what are you not? And actually, maybe it's time to. Or what have you said yes to in the past that didn't make sense at the time, but was absolutely mind-blowing, and you trusted that yes? Are you saying yes to the whole of who you are? If you're not and you'd like to more, then please get in touch. I have a ton of ways that you could work with me, including in 3.5 weeks time, my 2-day vocal confidence workshop in Waterloo. Now, I'm just going to read this question. I need these for that now. Maureen, please do workshops regarding these topics so you can also learn these important things. Oh, Maureen, thank you. Yes, I have so many of these. You can check my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram. I've got tons of these videos for my midweek mindset, Maureen. So there are these trainings out there. I've got a lot of my information out there, and also there's my online courses as well, so that you can do them wherever in the world you are. So thank you so much for being here. Greg over in Dallas, yay. Thank you for being here too. I'll be back either next week. What's next week? The 14th, which is World Sound Healing Day. So I will be back next week with a midweek mindset about how your voice vibration, sound healing, and sonic meditation can help put you in a better space, put your mindset in a better space, and change your relationship with your voice for the better, so that you can start embracing your voice and not hating it. Thank you so much. Take care. I know this was a longer one this week, so thank you for staying with me. See you soon. Thank you for being here, Maureen. And yes, go follow my YouTube and my online courses, which if you go to my website, yourwholevoice.com, go to the resources bit, and there's online courses. It will show you there's some free stuff there as well. So thank you very much.